Hi, this is Michael Sandler with Fisher-Sandler talking about different topics in bankruptcy. Today I want to talk about a topic, question which a lot of people ask. A lot of times I'll be helping someone prepare their paperwork, we'll be going through the forms, and they'll say, do you see any problems? Am I going to have any issues? Well, when it comes to bankruptcy, there's really three things that can cause problems. And those are the three things that you want to stay away from. To make sure that you have a smooth case filing. Number one is lying. You don't want to lie about anything. You will be asked several times under oath, have you listed all of your assets and all of your debts? Is everything on your paperwork true and correct? And it's important that you are honest about everything, because if you are caught being dishonest, then number one, the U.S. trustees, which is part of the government, can come into court and ask that the discharge that you were looking forward to getting rid of all or most of your debts, be denied you, and that the debts that you have listed never be discharged. And then number two, doing anything dishonest is also a crime, and the FBI can investigate and prosecute it depending on the level of dishonesty and their level of interest in your case. So you got to make sure that you're honest. Now, number two, you have to disclose all of your assets. Again, you're going to be saying under oath, forgot my right hand allotment. You're going to be saying under oath that you have listed all of your assets and all of your debts. You can't pick and choose what you list in terms of your assets. A lot of times I'll talk to people over the phone initially and they'll say, well, I want to leave my car out of it. I need that to get to work. I don't want to list my house. I need my house to live in. Well, you have to list everything. It's very rare that a trustee is going to take any of your stuff, and if anything is at risk, that's why you're using an experienced attorney, so that you can know if there's any issues and the potential of losing a car or a house. But typically there's no problem keeping those things, but it depends on your situation. Maybe you need to do a Chapter 13 because you have assets that are risk and that you would lose in a Chapter 7. But the point is that you have to list everything. And that means you have to list that baseball card collection that's worth a couple $1,000s. You have to list that piece of property that you own in El Salvador that nobody knows about. You have to list all of these things, because if something comes out that you haven't listed an asset, it's the same thing as being dishonest. It can cause a lot of problems for you, and you can be denied your discharge. And then the third thing that can get you in trouble is what I like to call just hijinks. Which is doing something that is just generally dishonest or screwy, like trying to transfer property around to avoid your creditors or to avoid your notice of the government or your lawyer or anyone else, or getting involved in shady business dealings, or filing false tax returns, things like that. Those are things that you can get you in trouble because they're just generally dishonest. And most of the time you think you're fooling people and you're not. And a lot of this stuff does come out because you have a lot of experienced eyes looking at documents and being able to figure out what's going on. So again, being honest, not lying, disclosing all of your assets, and just being honest in all of your dealings and disclosing everything. If you do those things, then you shouldn't have any problem. And the idea is, if you're going to have any issues with your assets, we let you know beforehand. But you want to make sure that you're not going to have any problem with the government, because having a problem with the government when they're dragging you into court to deny you of your discharge, or worse, is a bad time. I've had that 3 or 4 times over my 20 years, and it is not fun. It's not fun for the client. It's not fun for us. So make sure you're honest and open about everything in your bankruptcy case. Hi, this is Michael Sandler with Fisher-Sandler, answering your quick bankruptcy questions with quick answers. So one question that comes up from time to time is people want to know if bankruptcy has any kind of